Welcome to week 8 of the Golden Gate Gaming Podcast.
We're still here.
Yes, we are still here. This week I'm joined by Dawson,
Hello.
Patrick, and special new guest, Michael.
First time caller.
Hey, y'all. First time caller. Yes. Long time listener.
We found him in a ditch on the side of the road trying to hook a Nintendo up in the mud.
Into a shoe.
Sounds about right. I think that's
about
basically my idea of you.
That's my technical knowledge, pretty much.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's happened this week in the whole gaming world.
Yes.
Boy, howdy there has been.
Pick one and we'll start, pretty much.
Let's start off with the contentious point of this For Honor beta that happened this
oh
weekend.
Boy. I got some things to say.
Start off with a bang.
I want to hear what Michael has to say, and then we can
I like to start off with a yang.
All right.
Yeah, I want to hear Michael say why he doesn't like it. And
Yeah,
then we can all just
Michael
debate
is
him.
for some reason.
Okay. Let me clarify. I enjoyed it for what it was, but it's very lacking in content. And before you say it's a beta, yeah, it's a beta, but the full game comes out in 2 days. You can't really do much in 2 days.
What content are you looking for?
Yeah, exactly. What content? It's a sword game.
You got 3 maps and I can count 9 characters. Okay.
It's a fighting game.
Yeah, but most fighting games have huge rosters.
Those fighting games have also been out for a long time.
I want to say that since it's Ubisoft, I know they're not going to give a fuck about balancing, and there's a lot of balancing that needs to go on in the game because there's a lot of characters that are broken.
No, that's the whole point. You're supposed to strategize on how to take them out depending on which faction you are.
Listen here, you
also, Ubisoft's actually been doing good recently. Siege has been fantastic.
Here's how I describe For Honor. It's Ubisoft's underdeveloped version of a League of Legends type game.
It's not League of Legends at all.
It is not
a
even
League of
close.
Legends game.
It's not even trying to.
It's an underdeveloped MOBA. I'm sorry.
It is not.
No, it's not a MOBA.
It's not even a MOBA, for God's
It
sake.
has. Yeah. Okay. Now, okay. Explain to me how it's not. Let's see. Class-based characters.
Every single video game ever.
It's a fighting game.
Gear
it's
that
more
affects
like
your
Street
stats.
Fighter than like League.
It is not like Street Fighter. You're talking to somebody who plays so many fighting games. Okay.
It's got characters with their
Capture
own
the
combos.
objective
It's got
and capture
it's fighting
lanes.
based on combos. It's
I'd
more like Street Fighter
equate
than
it.
it is like
I'd
League.
equate it to a first-person shooter without the shooter. This is much. This is definitely not a MOBA. You actually have to take into account a couple other things that you wouldn't with a MOBA.
For me, it's underwhelming at the moment. To me,
underwhelming is much different than underdeveloped.
Yeah,
Underwhelming is just I expected more of this. Underdeveloped is I fell through the map every single time I tried to play this game.
It's a fun game. Is it $60 fun? No. $20 fun? Probably.
$120 fun, definitely.
No, I would never drop $120 on that.
We know who
I
would.
think it's just not your type of game, Michael.
I would tell you what I would drop $100 on, and that's Injustice 2. Because
that's a fighting game. That's a side scroller.
It's definitely a MOBA.
Exactly. Fuck you.
Whereas For Honor is a more open-ish mapping area where you can actually flank somebody and get them from behind if you so choose.
Yeah, I'd say For Honor is definitely more about tactics than it is just beating your opponent. You actually have to use a little bit of tactics.
What tactics are there?
Okay,
well,
basically,
if you're a samurai, are you going to run straight up against a Viking? No, because he's bigger and stronger than you. You actually have to.
That's exactly what they do.
Well, that's exactly what some people do. What the actual players, what the actual players have to figure out is, okay, a Viking with a two-handed axe is going to destroy any samurai unless that samurai is legit. So you have to learn how to bait and switch.
Exactly.
There's
One of the coolest things about For Honor is the incredibly high skill ceiling.
Yes, I agree.
Not a good thing for some people because it gets
I
really hard to play. But
I agree.
if you are
It's
good
got
at the
a
game,
really high skill setting. But at the
if
same
you're
time,
good at the game, you can win a 3v1.
Which I've seen happen.
Yeah. It's a cool game. It's really fun, and it's not League at all.
Well, that was just the first thing that came to mind. It's just.
That's
it's one
the
of those,
worst thing to come to mind.
Listen, it's just one of those games where it's that type of game I hate because it punishes you for not playing with friends. And I hate that kind of game.
I mean, unless you're
Because-
good.
Yeah,
So it's not a
if you're-
bad game. It's just not your type of game.
Exactly.
I guess. Then that we'll agree to disagree and say it's not my type of game.
And we'll
I'll be the bigger
agree that
man
you're
here.
wrong.
Oh, listen, I was trying to be civil. Now you're just being a little shit.
Well, okay, we can see that this is not your type of game because of the fact that, one, it requires tactics. Two, you have to work as a team with other people. And three, you're comparing it to, like, a completely different game type.
Hold up. I never said I didn't like team-based games or tactic-based games. You're talking about somebody who's logged over 100 hours in Overwatch,
Whoop-de-doo.
which is by far one of the greatest multiplayer games I've ever played. So, suck it. I just hit my desk. That left a big waveform. Ouch. You're gonna need to edit that in post. Sorry.
Buy a silent desk.
Yeah, buy a more quieter desk.
A silent desk. Oh, just look
Line
that
your
up.
desk in pillows. That's how I do it.
Yeah, Reilly is in a
and-
solo
yeah.
containment unit in some prison somewhere.
I'll say, like,
Mattress
for
The whole
walls.
room is lined in.
I would rate it, at this stage, I would rate it a 6 out of 10.
Well, that's much better than an underdeveloped game. I would imagine an underdeveloped game would be like 4 out of 10.
Though,
Well, I'm
to be
being
fair,
generous. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt.
The one thing that really, really pisses me off at For Honor is that they stuck peer-to-peer multiplayer in there.
Yes,
Fuck
I
them.
agree. That is honestly, like,
That
one of
has
the
no
worst-
place in a $60 game.
that is one of the
Especially
worst
a big
things
multiplayer game like
ever.
this.
And I get why to me, it's like, oh, we are so cheap that we don't want to pay for dedicated servers. It's like, for a game like this, you have to have dedicated servers.
That will be the thing that kills the game for me.
Exactly.
The actual gameplay is awesome. The style of the game is cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in it that's really great, but the
It's-
peer-to-peer
yeah.
multiplayer is horrible.
I don't have a lot of huge gripes with it. I mean, there are some things where it's like, there are certain things that happen in game that I feel like should be changed. Like, one of the most prominent examples I can think of is execution animations. You shouldn't be able to interrupt those because you have no chance to defend against them.
I mean, that's kind of been a thing in a lot of games.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
doesn't
balancing
mean just
mechanic.
because it's in a thing in a lot of games doesn't mean it should be a thing.
It's a balancing mechanic.
Also, it's in beta, so I assume
Yes,
anything
and
like
again-
this, anything like balancing issues will be sorted out promptly, hopefully.
In 2 days, I doubt it.
Well, I mean, not
mean,
in 2
they're
days,
not
but
gonna
it's an ongoing process, especially with Overwatch in general. If we're looking at different games, they're still going through balancing issues here
Yeah,
and there.
But then again, if you want to compare the two, it's like Blizzard is used to this sort of thing because they've been doing it for over a decade.
And
I mean,
it's in
you
beta.
You can't argue that they've been doing it for over a decade. They're pretty more experienced when it compared to Ubisoft.
Also, Ubisoft is a publisher, not a developer. Just, throwing
Yeah.
that out there.
Well, yeah, but the blame's always going to get put on Ubisoft anyway. So
I mean,
matter-
Ubisoft has turned stuff around, and they're doing a lot more leaving stuff to the developer instead of the publisher.
yeah.
Here's my final conclusion on it. I give them points for effort. Will I play the game? Yes, I will. I'm just not going to drop $60 on it. I'm going to wait for it to go on sale. That's me.
It'll be on sale for $55.
At GameStop. Pre-owned.
Pre-owned for $70 just for you.
Exactly. Trade in $3 off.
be great.
Oh.
All right, so that's it for the Golden Gate Gaming podcast.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good 11 minutes killed. You guys berating me.
Well, switching from For Honor, because I guess that left some people butthurt. What about the new Call of Duty? What about the new Call of Duty game coming out?
Oh, what's it called?
Call of Duty Next Warfare.
Are you serious?
No.
Hey, remember that time people thought Call of Duty was gonna go to the Gladiator times?
No.
Not at all.
That was just last year. That was a rumor that was going around last year.
Never heard of that.
They're like, oh, it's gonna go to the Roman era and all that. And EA and all of them are just... Activision's all like, are you retarded?
Yeah, well, apparently this year they're trying to set it to be more back to their roots-ish, sort of. Which I read that article that you get. That's whoever posted it. I was like, okay, Vietnam, probably the worst war to do a Call of Duty scenario in.
Haven't they done it in Call of Duty before, though? Haven't they done that in Call of Duty already?
No, they focus mostly on World War II. More or less modernized warfare and future warfare. So going kind of back a ways, I mean, is a kind of interesting aspects.
I think it'd be interesting, the setting. It'd be interesting.
Well, that's something that I believe Battlefield had a Vietnam game, and that one was a really good one.
Right.
But Call of Duty never really touched on that, so I think they're trying to kind of take that away from them, I guess, maybe.
Especially because Battlefield 1 destroyed them last year.
Well, that's because it was just a better all-around game.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, it was no contest.
Yeah. I mean, I think people were, like, looking for more of a, what's it called? More of a old school vibe, because a lot of people who played, Battlefield, Call of Duty, they started playing with, World War II for both styles. And all of a sudden, Battlefield was like, you know what? We went too modern. Let's go back to World War I. See how that goes. Those had some really interesting guns and weaponry.
Well, it's not necessarily the interesting guns and weaponry. It's just the difference of just warfighting in general at that point. And it's rumored that they want it to be a little bit more boots on the ground rather than flying around and stuff.
That is true.
And I know a lot more people who want Call of Duty to focus on older warfare like that, rather than what's going to be happening in 2200.
Right. There's been a lot of those, older warfare games that have been doing really well recently.
Yeah. And like movies coming out now called like Hacksaw Ridge and stuff like that focus on
such a good movie.
Really good movie. Like 1940s to 1970s. Those are really good. Although Hacksaw Ridge was a little bit earlier than that, but World War II and Vietnam are in right now.
Yeah, because if you think about it, they're like pivotal moments in American history. Whereas people are like, oh, who cares about what's going to happen 200 years after I'm dead?
I just want to know if we're going to have Master Chief 200 years after I'm dead. That's all I want to know.
Well, how are you going to know that if you're dead?
Cryogenic freezing.
Yeah, totally. They're working on that, dude. NASA.
NASA.
I sent them $1 yesterday.
Oh, look at you. You're making a huge contribution to science.
It's about as much as they get from the government now.
Ouch.
Pretty much.
Oh, we're not going to get political here. That's not the place. This is not the place. This is not the place.
I don't want my entertainers to have opinions.
Yeah, no opinions. No opinions. Gotcha. I can't think outside of the box.
Listen, in Trump's America, you can't have an opinion.
Yes.
Here's
We're gonna get rid of political correctness and replace it with just no opinions.
I see it was deleted from the podcast topics. This is the only time I will state my individual opinion. Kevin is gay. It's been a fact. It is a rumor that has been confirmed true. So if you guys, that's, I mean,
Jeez.
moving on to South Park. Kevin's messaging me really angrily. It's like a mean puppy.
Yep. Kevin is actually listening in live, so.
So South Park, The Fracture But Whole, it looks like it is delayed again. To those of you who...
just getting delayed a few months.
A few months into the next fiscal year, April 2017 through March 2018. It's a South Park game that's getting delayed.
Really? It's a South Park game? I couldn't tell from the title.
It just looks like they weren't able to deliver it when they wanted to. Did any of you play the Stick of Truth? I know I didn't.
I did not, but I heard great things.
Yeah.
My friend has it, and she loves the game, and she loves the game. She loves everything about South Park, and it's just like she said, it was a really good RPG type game.
Yeah,
for what it is.
I heard it was a good game, and I heard Fracture But Whole should be good as well. But I mean, yeah, it should be coming out. I would wager to say it'll probably come out sometime in September or something. If it doesn't get delayed, would be
a better release time frame would be during. Well, if they want to make a decent killing, maybe is during the holiday season.
Yeah.
That's a dead given for any game.
Yeah.
So your September to maybe October timeline, or September to November timeline would be better.
Ubisoft, listen to us. You should release it at about November.
Ubisoft.
Yes.
After you're done fixing For Honor.
Again, publisher, not developer.
Get wrecked,
yes,
Michael.
But they got the power to
no, they don't.
They have the power. They have the power.
They have the power to
pencil push
around.
A forum over to the developers, saying, "Can we please have it by this date?" That's their power.
Yeah,
exactly.
They are the ones who are facilitating the distribution of the game from the developers. So there's just like how EA is.
I will say the one
EA
thing
is a publisher too, right?
I will say the one thing I will defend about the game is people who say it's pay to win are idiots.
What game?
What are we talking about? For Honor? Oh my goodness! Like,
do you know? No, I'm not saying that. I read because the No did a video on it today, and people were in the comments saying, "Oh, it's pay to win," and it's like it's not at all.
I think Michael wrote that, and he's just trying to sound cool.
Who, me? No, go to the freaking comments section.
He's just trying to find more ways to shit on For Honor.
I am not.
Obviously.
For Honor is such a bad game.
I want to like the game. I want to
2 out of 10. Horrible.
I give it a 6
Sad.
out of 10.
He gave it a 1. He gave it a 1-star rating.
Listen, 6 out of 10. Not enough water.
Not enough water? What?
Is that what kids are calling it these days?
I don't know. I guess so. I don't.
Why can't they swim?
Let's see.
Vikings are on boats.
Armor on.
Why isn't there water?
So I think we know what the title of this podcast is.
I want to play a swimming Viking.
Carrying around, 200 pounds of steel while trying to swim through a frozen fjord.
Oh, For Honor's new ranged weapon is a water balloon.
Since you brought that up, it would actually be pretty cool to see like a naval battle sort of.
See, now that's the best idea you've had for Honor tonight, I think, is naval battle. Like, that actually sounds legit, because then you could do like boarding and stuff like you did in that one pirate game,
like
that
Assassin's Creed
anymore.
4.
Exactly.
Call it, Assassin's Creed.
That would would be legit, I think, for Honor. That'd be great.
I think we all know what the title of this episode's gonna be.
Michael sucks.
Michael's a piece of shit. Waits For Honor. Great way to make a first impression, am I right?
Oh my god. Well, let's go to a game that I'm actually looking forward to more and more. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Right, you are looking very much forward to that one.
That is coming out soon.
Never played Mass
Getting
Effect.
closer and closer every day.
I've never played a Mass Effect game, but I'm interested in Andromeda.
I really want it to be good because I need a game to really suck me in again. I've been kind of half-heartedly playing games recently. And just
Reilly really needs a game to suck in.
to really dig into. But
God.
So you need a game. You're tired of just half playing games like For Honor.
Oh my God, leave For Honor alone, for God's sakes.
Listen, every episode needs a running joke.
And that's you.
oh my god,
I'm not on every episode.
So, anyways, yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda. Continuing on from that,
one of the producers made some big claims saying that it would have side quests that would be meaningful, like The Witcher has, which is a pretty big claim, and I hope it lives up to that because The Witcher has some amazing side quests.
Meaningful, you mean, but it's like it'll have an effect on the overall story?
More like the story of the side quest is actually like a story and not just
go collect 30 chickens for me.
Oh no, my chickens escaped. Can you go collect them? I'll give you a couple gold.
So non-redundant quests. Gotcha.
Yeah. Even if the gameplay is a little bit, even if they're like, similar gameplay, because a lot of the Witcher quests, the actual gameplay of them feels pretty similar, but the like stories that they can pull you on are actually really cool.
Right.
And as long as the base gameplay is fun, it doesn't really matter if it's similar gameplay through the side quests, as long as it's got a cool storylines pulling you through them.
Okay.
Interesting.
So yeah, if they can improve the writing of the side quests and make it really nice, that would be cool. Give a lot more stuff to do instead of just blitzing through the main story. Because Mass Effect 2, I remember, was the best for that. The each of your what are they called? Your companion quests were amazing. Going through all your recruits and stuff, that was really cool.
You actually have companion quests in Fallout 4 because each companion has their own little side quests, like what's it called? The android, I forgot his name all of a sudden. The android detective dude. He has a side quest where, huh?
I said Penny.
No, that's not the android. But anyways, so like he has a side quest after you've gained so much reputation with him where he asks you like, hey, we need to find this guy. I need to figure out what happened to him. And you have to go searching for these audio tapes at different police stations. Luckily they're marked out for you. So it's like, all right, find audio tape, find all the audio tapes. You find out he's actually at this one location, and you go find him, and you pretty much go kill him. I think. I don't remember. I haven't finished the quest. But anyways,
I need to revisit that game.
Yeah, but anyways, like, it's just each of those characters that you're with has their own little side quests, and it's actually really cool because it does affect the game overall, especially throughout the environment, because like there's one quest where it's a major plot point to the character where if you join him, or if he you can either choose to kill him and he no longer is a companion, or let him live. But if you have him as a companion, the factions in the game will kill you on sight.
Real quick, resyncing. All right, I'm back.
I only heard one clap.
But yeah, so I mean that's cool that Mass Effect is gonna have meaningful side quests, and hopefully we'll see where it goes, since it's coming out next month, around in a month and a half.
Most of the games I'm looking forward to don't even have release dates, so it sucks.
Yeah, there was the official Xbox magazine in the UK had a cover story about Andromeda, and they had some other little info things in there. There's going to have more nuanced dialogue, apparently. Based on dialogue, you can have like tensions building in the team and stuff. When you're on the ship, you can all the windows are actually like showing the area around you. The enemy is supposedly more nuanced. That'll be cool. There are loyalty missions for the squad members. That'll be cool. It'll have background for the squad explained through those quests. There's no level cap. You can keep leveling and put skills into all your
Who
stuff.
makes Mass Effect?
BioWare.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna make a comment, but I don't want to sound stupid after my For Honor conversation, so...
No, I want to hear the comment now. You've already started, so keep going. I want to hear it.
Embrace the stupidity.
Yeah, I want to hear it too.
I was just gonna say, because, I was hearing... Because, okay, this is... Like I said, I've never played Mass Effect. I've never even watched Mass Effect. Same thing goes with Dead Space, but... Like, with what Reilly was describing, I was just like... Oh, that sounds a lot like Saints Row franchise, and that's why I was asking, who made it? Because I thought it was going to be by the same people.
No.
But it's not.
No, not even close.
So,
I thought you were going to make a snipe at the publisher, which is EA,
No.
obviously.
No, I was actually genuinely curious, because I'm like, they sound pretty similar. So I was like, is it the same company? It's not it's not a stupid question.
They've done Dragon Age as well.
Oh, right. Oh, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Great game. Dragon Age Inquisition. Loved it.
I haven't played
which
the first
Dragon
Dragon
Age was it that they did not do well?
They've had ups and downs. I don't remember exactly which ones.
How many Dragon Age games are there now? 3, right?
3, I believe.
I only played
I
the
think
first
it's Trace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking for Mass Effect. I'm excited to get my hands on it, play it. I'm tempted every day for their incredible collector's edition.
Is it going to be worth it?
Now, what is in a Mass Effect collector's edition?
So they have 4 different levels, I believe.
Oh dear God.
There's the regular one, $60, the game. $70 gets you the deluxe edition, which comes with some digital stuff.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
$100 gets you the what is it called? The Nomad ND1 Model Collector's Edition, which comes.
That's a jump in terms of title. That's weird.
It comes with a 1/18th scale of the model of the little car thing that you drive around.
And an extra big title.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then 160 gets you... Oh, that doesn't come with the game. That's just the model.
That's a waste
160 gets the game with it. 200 gets you a remote-controlled model of the car. And then 260 gets you that remote-controlled model of the car plus the game.
Jeez.
And then $300 is called the Trump effect.
So there are 6 different versions of the game you can buy.
And for $500, you can get fucked in the ass by Shep.
Except Shepard's not in this.
What
game.
publisher is that? Is that Ubisoft as well?
Exactly. That's Ubisoft.
But, yeah.
It's all Ubisoft.
It is very nice looking. But I'm not sure if I'll
the
end up
car.
buying it.
I'm kind of hesitant with a lot of games recently with buying their collector's editions, mainly because of the fact I have no room for shit now.
True.
Obviously, you've seen my room. You know how crowded it is in my room, and how much collectibles I got.
Yeah, I don't really drop money on collector's editions either, because I don't have the space for it, but I can tell you, like, for Injustice 2, I'm definitely dropping $100 on the Ultimate Edition because of all the in-game content it's going to come with for free. It's worth it to me.
So you pay more to get stuff for free?
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
Listen,
I was going to
In-game
say that,
content
damn
comes
it.
for free when you buy more.
That's basically what you do anyway for most games nowadays anyway.
You're paying for the stuff, but they're making it sound like, oh, you're going to get this for free if you pay more. It's like,
well, $100. Well, for $100, you get the Ultimate Edition, which is the base game, and then you get the
Season Pass.
No, you don't even get a Season Pass. You get all. I'm pretty sure if I read this right, you get all the DLC characters on launch day. You get 3 exclusive skins on launch day. You get everything on launch date, so it's worth it to me. It's not like you're waiting.
I'm not saying anything against it being worth it or not. I was making the assessment that you're paying a little bit more than you would normally for supposedly free items.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you just get the normal game, you're gonna drop about $40 anyway on DLC. If you want all the characters, if you want the full roster, yeah. So You figure it's $5 a character, 9 characters. That's $45.
Fucking hate
Plus
games
tax.
that.
Well, no, you get my logic though, right?
I mean,
Dark
sure.
Side is a pre-order bonus. Apparently, you have to. The more you pay, you get to unlock, I guess, premier skins for the Flash and Green Lantern and Supergirl. Okay,
Right.
great. Yeah. So
All the characters I don't care about.
So
Well,
essentially,
luckily there's like
they're-
over
they're-
40
the
characters, so
So essentially, the way they're explaining it is you're not paying for a season pass, but you basically are paying for a season pass. Because what is a season pass generally? Either extras, unlocks, or maps. So
yeah, but
you're
honestly,
you're
what
paying
what game doesn't do that these days? It's pretty much every game.
For Honor.
God, it is not gonna. This is
Get wrecked!
It's not gonna go away anytime soon.
I'm just gonna go drink bleach now.
Well, that got dark real quick.
Yeah, it did.
Great way to welcome me to the podcast, guys.
You don't even know. We will rip on Kevin on a few things.
We're jumping you in.
I feel the love.
We don't have Kevin this week, so we need an outlet.
I guess it could be worse. I mean, you could be saying I'm gay, so.
Oh, that can go.
Wow,
worse.
so what? Where's all the tolerance? Is my question.
You don't want to get on the bad side for Dawson here.
Kevin's saying that's my spotlight.
Wow. Okay, he wants to.
So
Oh, God.
I have a feeling now that every time I'm on this podcast, there's gonna be some joke about me with For Honor.
If that comes up, possibly.
If it comes up.
Yeah.
I'm not even bringing it up anymore. You guys keep bringing it back to
You
it.
just brought it up again.
That's because you made a
Anyways.
joke about it.
Anyways, moving on.
Moving on.
We're going to go to the E3 announcement that was a few days ago or a week ago, where they announced, hey, for the first time ever, E3 will be open to the public. Or at least for the first, at least 14,000 people, roughly. 15,000.
15.
Yeah,
I'd still
15,000.
consider that. I'd consider that pretty public.
Well, yeah, it is.
I
Because
think that's pretty awesome.
It is because of the fact that before it was very closed to people of the industry and
Well,
media.
it was a trade show. It's the same thing. It's the same thing in like for music as NAMM. It's a trade show for retailers.
Yeah.
Basically, it's shifted from being a trade show to being just a convention.
An expo. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because last year I was trying to figure out a way to get in through the company I work for because we sort of deal with internet's provisions. So it's like, how can I get a pass? And in order to get an industry pass, which technically through your company, it costs about $1,000 for an industry
Jeez.
pass. So
You can get them. Most people don't pay $1,000 for it.
True. I think the company helps to cover a good chunk of the cost.
Well, no, not even that. You can get them for free.
Oh, really?
A lot of the industry stuff is free passes.
No. But yeah. So
the $1,000 is kind of like a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm industry.
Yeah,
and now they're just offering $250 to just get into the convention.
That's a lot of money.
Well, it's $150 for the first 1,000, which I don't even know how they can determine that, but whatever. And then $250 for the next 14,000 who get in after the early birds.
That is
So
a
it's
lot
a
of money.
$250 ticket.
Yeah, but
You don't say the
200
ticket is. You don't say the ticket is the price of the sale price.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, $250 to go to an event where you get early access to a whole lot of stuff that doesn't come out for possibly a year. It's a
I can see the logic.
E3 isn't even good anymore.
Yeah.
Like the people that have been going to E3s forever don't even go to E3 anymore because it's not worth it anymore.
Yeah. Although I am planning on going to CES next year for sure. Because
CES would be cool.
CES would be very cool, and apparently, like, during that weekend, my father somehow found out about it, and he was like, you want to go to this? I'm like, well, huh? You want to go to a consumer electronics show? Why? You hate electronics. This doesn't make sense. What backwards logic is this? It just freaked me out. Like, how do you know about this event? I don't even talk to you about electronic shows. So, yeah, I plan on going. I am planning on going next year. So
cool. Well, but you're gonna have to tell us all about it when the time comes.
Oh, it'll be glorious, and I will be in front of the Razer booth, just ogling everything pretty.
Jesus Christ.
He's gonna steal their prototypes.
Oh God!
Bring him on the podcast.
If I brought it on the podcast, I would get arrested and immediately put in prison.
That'd be the worst place to put it. Hey guys, I stole something from the Razer thing.
No. You don't say you stole it. You just say you borrowed it because
Right, I borrowed
you work for Ubisoft.
Because that's gonna throw off the police. They didn't use the magic word.
I work for Ubisoft.
I don't work for Ubisoft though.
They don't know that.
I work for a cable company. There's a complete difference there.
It's like I work for Comcast.
Anyways, but
worst idea.
But yeah, no, the E3. I mean, Reilly is right though. After thinking about it, it has kind of gone down a little bit with their we don't have as many media coming. Wait. Let's invite some of the public and make up some of our revenue loss-ish.
You're going to spend $250 to get a ticket, and then you're going to stand in line for 4 hours to play a 20-minute demo of a game that comes out in 2 years.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which is why I don't necessarily think it's going to be a great endeavor all around, just because it's a trade show. So people aren't necessarily there to enjoy themselves. It should be much like it is for NAMM. I mean, it is fun, but you're there to look at a new product that your store is thinking of buying.
Yeah, it's not what people are going to buy those tickets and then be really upset with their experience.
Yeah, it's not like RTX or Comic-Con where you're there to enjoy yourself and look at what's happening, what's coming up for your enjoyment. It's there for people to buy it and sell it.
Yeah. That's why I actually liked the PlayStation experience, because of the fact that it was essentially a trade show, but you get to play the demos, you get to talk to people from the developer team, and you get free stuff. So those are really fun. Those type of events are extremely fun, and also it does not cost an arm and a leg, because it only I think is like $80 for the ticket. So for a weekend. So yeah. Anyways.
Yeah,
let's talk about PC.
Yes, PC. Let's go PC.
Oh God.
PC Master Race.
Yes, PC Master Race.
I'm a console peasant.
You're a plebe. That's what you are.
Which is why he's our shit bucket for this podcast.
Oh God, anybody's a console person.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's totally not from the first 10 minutes of the podcast.
No.
That was just a thing that happened.
Yeah.
It's just a thing that happened. That's
our God Gaben has spoken, though.
Lord Gaben.
Yes. Valve.
Half-Life 3.
I feel like I heard this more than a week ago, but there was an article about it. Valve is developing 3 VR games. It's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, they're investing in VR in a big way. Because Valve's ideology on game development is they don't want to just make games because they're making games. They want to make games to push gaming forward, and VR is where to push gaming forward. So they're going hard on VR.
I can probably
hard in this mother.
I bet you one of the games is gonna be a Portal VR thing, because they already had the official demo for Oculus.
Oh dear God, that's so. Ugh.
But yeah,
it's underdeveloped.
I mean, honestly, I love VR. I love the concept for VR, but I tried the Oculus again recently, and I wanted to throw up after 10 minutes. I think I cannot currently, right now at this time, do VR without something happening to my body, my legs physically.
Did you try?
I don't remember.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh God, no. No, it was a game where you had to move, but
Yeah,
it's
don't
just
play those games.
yeah.
My only VR experience was with a Sony VR, and I was quite impressed.
I would love to do PT, the playable trailer, in VR.
Or just play Resident Evil in VR.
It's true, but that would be cool. Or like a Silent Hill game in VR would be cool.
I have the PT demo still, so
Savor it.
we just need to have somebody like with a PSVR to come over and we can do a video of it.
I think Randy has one.
He does. I believe he does.
Now, speaking of VR, Riley, for Extra Life, what VR headset was it? We had the Oculus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the same problem. Like, I got so motion sick with Oculus.
I mean, you're also playing a game that has a tendency to make people motion sick.
True.
Yeah, that was probably
And
it.
people aren't used to it. We aren't used to virtual reality.
Like, Oculus has like a rating of like comfortable, moderate, and like extreme in terms of probability of making you motion sick, and that was definitely like off the charts, that game.
Oh, that game that we were playing? Okay.
Yeah,
I want to try it.
There are some games that are super comfortable to play and are amazing experiences.
Well, I'm sure
VR is
that
Massage
job
therapy
simulator-
VR.
Massage therapy VR, dear God.
Yeah, VR.
Ooh.
VR is cool, but I'm more excited for AR when that comes
AR
out.
is dumb.
I'm like so excited for HoloLens.
It's
You have no idea.
Stupid.
Okay, HoloLens right now is $3,000 for just a developer version of
Well,
it.
yeah, I'm excited for a
AR will
consumer model.
never be as cool as VR.
Whoa.
VR transports you to a whole different world. AR just kind of like overlays stuff over your existing location.
Reilly does have a point. AR just makes a turd prettier
Actually,
versus
now that
versus
we think
like
about it,
What analogy is that?
when you polish a turd to make it pretty or whatever. I don't know shit.
Now that
I know what you do in your spare time now,
My spare time is playing Last of Us. Okay.
which
Now
is a
that
polished turd.
Now that
It
I
is
think
not.
about it,
I'm just
we
kidding.
have
I'm
AR.
just kidding.
It's called Pokemon Go. That's AR.
Which
People
is
still play that?
Which is
stupid.
awful.
What, the game or AR?
the
both.
game. I mean, for God's sakes, there's a game I just recently downloaded out of boredom called Duel Links, which is a Yu-Gi-Oh card game, which is essentially AR, where it's like, oh hey, there's a duelist nearby. You can challenge this guy. It's like, okay, click, challenge, card, beat. All right, cool. Like, AR is, in my opinion, nowadays a little overrated at this point.
AR is a stepping stone to VR.
Yeah, I'd rather be in, like
For gaming at least.
yeah, I'd rather us go progress forward to the point where we have a holodeck, which they do have in a sense, in Utah, I think.
I want VR gaming to become such a thing where I can just go into a capsule and sleep while I'm playing a game and just be in that universe.
So you want to be
And
so
a
basically-
lifetime is a second in real life. I want that to exist.
So if I can find a perfect analogy, you basically want to be like in Saints Row 4, where you get inserted into a simulation.
I want to be in the Matrix,
You want to go into the Matrix, is what you're saying.
but I want to know I'm in the Matrix.
So essentially, you want to play like what's that one game that Rick plays in Rick and Morty?
I thought you were gonna say Rick Astley.
Oh,
No.
the
Never gonna
what was the name of that? Like
gonna let you down.
Oh God, what's that?
Run around and desert you.
It's gonna be now.
Ta-dun.
Keep talking while I look it up.
Vamp. So we want to.
Yeah,
How are you doing, Reilly?
Well, going back to AR though, like the things that really excite me for AR are more like creative and social aspects, not the gaming aspects. Like when Microsoft first demoed AR and they had this cool little Skype demo where like the person helped the other person install a like light switch over Skype, and the person on the other end could see exactly what the person with HoloLens could see and could like overlay stuff on their vision and show them like, oh yeah, click, put the thing in there and do this. And it was a really cool demo. And that is where AR is really going to shine. But for gaming, VR is just so much more full featured and so much more of a immersive, transportive technology.
Oh, so did you see like when they showcased the gaming aspects with Minecraft?
Yeah, that was cool.
That looked like something that very few people will be able to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it looks hard.
I found out what it was. It was called Roy: A Life Well Lived that they were playing.
That's what it was.
And it looked so funny, and I was just like, that would be awesome. And that's what the moment you started talking about, I want to be asleep in a world playing a full life. I'm like, that's that Rick and Morty game they were playing at Schlitzenblitz or whatever the freaking hell it was called. God, I love that cartoon.
I would. That's my pinnacle of gaming right there. That's how I know we're in the future, is if that exists. I would love to just be able to do that.
I would love it too, and honestly, that would be probably perfectly fine for me because it's like I would
pay thousands of dollars for that.
Yeah, so it was, but does anyone know how much that omnidirectional pad thing that they kept showing off was?
I think that's like a couple grand.
Yeah, because like I think for me, if playing one of those kind of shooter sims or shooter games in VR, I would need that pad to do it because it's like holding the gun, running in place, but at least it can track like I'm running, like I'm actually physically doing something.
Yeah. Well, and for first-person shooters like that, like I don't think VR is really going to, until we can either do that correctly, because I've been in something similar to that trackpad and it's really, really, really uncomfortable. And running is just, it's not natural.
Right.
The type of VR where that is kind of relevant is like actually going to a place like a laser tag arena that's been retrofitted for VR.
Which there is one in Utah.
That exists, and that's cool.
I mean, that's a place where AR would be more useful.
Right. Yeah, that's. I was gonna say that during AR, but specifically for VR, that's a place, or that's kind of what I'm envisioning for first-person shooters until we have what I was talking about, which is you fall asleep while you're playing a game, but
So basically, Sword Art Online.
I was waiting for somebody to bring that up.
Get your weep shit out of here.
Wow.
It's like,
Michael, I was excited to have you on this podcast, and I've been utterly, utterly disappointed. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't say I'm
kidding. I'm kidding. I love you.
Underdeveloped.
It's very
underdeveloped. Sword Art Online is underdeveloped.
No story, same worlds. Like, there's nothing good there.
3 maps.
Why isn't there more swimming?
There needs to be water.
Yeah, my characters drown the moment they go into the water.
Vikings can't swim.
Apparently neither can samurai with all their freaking body armor they're wearing.
I'm having a great time.
Jeez.
What is it? Speaking of...
I had to bring the weeb shit in there. God.
Goodness gracious.
Games that I'm super excited for, and this actually transitioned also into another topic on our list. I'm really excited for whenever the hell Borderlands 3 comes out.
It'll never come out.
It will. They have no choice at this point.
Are they working on it?
What?
Are they working on it?
They said they are.
I thought they said they were working on like a new IP.
They were, and that was Battleborn, and that was terrible.
Was that developed?
It actually got really bad reviews.
No, Battleborn got released at the exact same time as Overwatch, so honestly, they had no chance.
But, I mean, when you think about it, like, for me, it's like, when you look at the hot games now, like, you got Destiny 2 coming out soon, and those type of games that kind of piggybacked off what Borderlands pretty much pinnacle-wise, it would be a good time now to actually bring back the franchise because those games are more popular now. Those shoot and loot kind of games.
Okay. I agree that what's it called? I agree that Borderlands kind of did introduce an interesting dynamic where you play with other players, you gain loot, all that fun stuff. Then you got like Destiny, Division, whatever other shit comes out. I don't know. Frankly, I don't care.
But it's like games.
Yeah, it's a lot of games more or less follow that same principle, but I mean, technically, Blizzard sort of did that already first. Long time ago when they released World of Warcraft, where you work as a team, you get loot. I mean, the only reason why Borderlands was so successful was because of the fact that it added cartoonish violence, which,
Borderlands was an endearing game. It was fun to play, it was fun to watch. I think releasing a third version, because Borderlands 2 is very, very similar to Borderlands 1. It was supposed to be that way. If they release Borderlands 3, that was very, very similar to Borderlands 2, it's just going to be like, okay, I played this before.
Yeah, and I mean, that's also kind of what brings it back to, like, that would be a good time to release it because, like, Borderlands kind of took what World of Warcraft did and made it its own thing, and then Division and Destiny kind of just rode off those coattails. And there's stuff that Division and Destiny did better than Borderlands did, and I feel like Gearbox can learn from those and take some of those mechanics, put it in their already awesome game, and make it an even better game.
Well, here's what I want, is I want them to make a game that's unlike Destiny and unlike all the other games that piggybacked off of it, not taking certain characteristics from each game. They should make something. If they're going to make a Borderlands 3, it should be like, what the fuck am I playing?
Yeah, that's what they've been saying too. Is like the Gearbox has been saying that this is the big one, and the reason why we're delaying it so much is because it's not even going to be the same game. They said we don't even know if we want to call it Borderlands 3. It's going to be that different.
Well, good.
That's good because I don't want to play Borderlands 2, the sequel.
There was sort of already a sequel,
AKA
which was a prequel.
Pre-sequel.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. But if it's going to be a Borderlands 3 that's going to follow a similar storyline, I want it to be different.
Well, yeah, I mean,
in some aspects.
Yeah, I want it, different aspect-wise, but I mean, story-wise, I mean, it's got to continue obviously continue the story, but there's a lot they can do for it in the mechanic aspect of it that would make it refreshing.
I just don't want it to be a lazy cash-in. I want it to be something actually good and new and fresh.
Which,
and
honestly,
really
to me,
cool
which is what I felt like the pre-sequel was, but
was also annoying because apparently you had to constantly try to find oxygen to survive, from what I kept hearing.
I've never played the pre-sequel, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying. I mean, they shoved some survival mechanics in there, and it just did not work well with the game.
And then you had Telltale do their own Borderlands game, which was a thing.
That was a side storyline. That was a side storyline after the events of Borderlands 2.
Wasn't that like one of the most highly rated Telltale games of all time?
It is.
It's nowhere near to. I don't think it's come close to The Walking Dead though.
I thought everyone loved the Borderlands one.
Everyone loved Borderlands, and I think it actually technically is sort of better than The Walking Dead, but that's because they saw, like, all right, we're going to have a set storyline. We're probably not going to make a sequel of it because we can't really expand on the universe much at all.
And so they make another game.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's... The way they did it, it's fine the way it is.
Yeah.
Walking Dead, it's still going on. It's still relevant to people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they are making another season 3 with the main character. What's her name again? I forgot.
Was it the Siren or what?
No,
Michonne. Oh yeah.
Dead.
No, it's not. It's not Michonne. It's the little girl who became
Clementine?
grown up. Valentine. There we go. Yeah. So
Clementine,
the third season's going to be again based off of or Clementine. There we go. It's going to be based off of her again, but with a little bit more expansion to like what has happened after the events of season 2 and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more or less like, but again, like I said, The Walking Dead's still going on. I think they're going to go until for 2 more seasons or something in the actual TV show, right?
Yeah.
Is that TV show still going on?
Yes, it's still going on.
Goodness.
Really? They just came out with, their opener was killing off 2 major characters.
True.
Who did they kill?
Abraham and Glenn.
Okay, they finally killed Glenn.
Usually
you should have seen everybody's reaction to that. It was hilarious.
You should have prefaced that with spoiler alerts, but whatever.
Spoiler alert!
Oh, it's almost a year old now.
I'm just saying, some people freaking,
That's like saying, I'm gonna spoil the ending of the original Jurassic Park. Spoiler, it came out 20 years ago, people.
That's different. That's
Hey guys,
very
guess
different.
What?
It's a year.
Darth Vader's Luke's father.
What? Spoiler?
It was underdeveloped anyway.
Not enough water.
Oh my God.
Not enough
Was it
water.
gay Snape killed straight Dumbledore?
Actually, hey, Reilly. Can we name the episode that? Underdeveloped?
Oh dear God.
3G Podcast, Episode 8, Underdeveloped. and then in the description you put 2 out of 10, not enough water.
Oh God. Let's see. Is there anything we haven't touched on yet, or have not? Oh,
well, I mean, we talked a little bit about it, but we still need to talk about Destiny 2.
Destiny 2 is coming out. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It's just when Destiny came out, yeah, great. But then after a while, it was just like
I've never played the game.
It was just like, you know what? I'm done unless people want to play, and my friends play it still, but it's more or less like I have my own games I need to play.
Yeah.
So it's like I have a whole bunch of other shit I need to deal with. So I'm just like, I'll be on if I want to play. Otherwise, it's like, whatever. I mean, if I want them to add a better system into the game, or at least expand even greater on missions.
Isn't Destiny 2 supposed to come with a story mode at launch?
Hopefully.
They should.
Because I remember with the first Destiny, it was like, oh hey, there's no story, and then oh hey, the last few months of its lifespan, we're gonna put out a story mode.
There was a story to it, sort of. It just they kind of cut a whole lot of crap out, because the beginning story that you start off with in the first game, you essentially are on the same story arc as the mechanical race. But if you picked, the chosen or whatever they are, or human, you get revived again. It's like you get revived after 200 plus years. You're like, how does it go to revive a human being after 200 years of being dead?
Water.
It's easy. You stole my joke. You stole my joke.
So it's like,
it's easy.
They cut out each character race had its own storyline, but they just cut it out. Because I don't know why. They really never really expanded on that.
Resurrecting is so underdeveloped.
So, I mean, it's like they need to put a better story, expand on the story a little bit more, but I want them to, focus more on, other aspects of the game overall.
Well, it was the same way with Titanfall, that there was no single player campaign, or there was really no storyline. And I'm hoping that Destiny at least has some sort of storyline that somebody can go through to really learn. What is this about?
Yeah, like a lore.
Yeah.
Like with games like Overwatch and stuff, is there's not a campaign, but there's a lore that you can read into.
They're releasing videos that actually tell why we're here and why,
You ever wonder
Tracer
why we're
hates
here?
Widowmaker.
Hey guys, you ever wonder why we're here?
I wonder why you're here.
Oh, because there's not enough water.
Exactly.
No, remember, we agreed we at least need one console plebe on the podcast. That's how it works.
I'm glad
Yep,
I'm glad I can volunteer as tribute.
Definitely. Last thing,
Y'all
real
need
quick.
to
Real quick before we talk about anything else. Gavin from
Praise.
the Steams, he wants to bring back paid modders,
I
which
approve.
will be
Fantastic.
great, I think. Especially for people who are making really kick-ass games.
The rollout
I think
last time was super botched.
Yeah.
And if they rolled it out with a game launch, it would be just go over fine. The problem was just the whole, rolling it out and making mods that you had free now were paid, and like what's just roll out with a new game. Don't put it with a with a game that already has mods.
Have they released the GEC for Fallout 4 at all yet? I don't remember if they did.
I don't know.
I don't think they did. There's still a huge mod community for Fallout 4, and oh my god, some of those mods are just like super pretty.
I forget.
I want to jump back in with the official ultra high res pack. That's gonna be awesome.
Right,
freaking 60 gigabytes of textures. Oh.
Goodness.
Oh god.
And
takes up the entirety of the Switch's hard drive.
And
that's
if you
twice
guys
the Switch's hard drive.
Oh
if
yeah,
you
it's
guys listen
32.
closely, you can hear all the boners going off from those 60 pixel textures.
Good thing I just cleared off some space on my solid state drive.
Did you
I
clear
now
out
have
your
a
porn?
whole 182 gigs free on my solid state.
He got rid of all of his VR nudes.
He got rid of
No,
all.
that's on my.
He
3
uninstalled.
terabyte drive.
Gotcha.
He uninstalled For Honor.
I did actually. That freed up a whole 18 gigs because that's a tiny game.
Wait, For
It's
Honor?
a beta.
For Honor was not big.
Yeah, no.
The
it
thing
wasn't
that really
because-
freed up space was when I deleted Doom. That was 70 gigabytes.
The new
Doom.
Wait, the newer version of Doom?
The reboot,
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
the new Doom.
New Doom.
'Cause
70 gigabytes.
I need to buy a new freaking hard drive because I have 2 1 terabyte black Western Digital drives and 1 terabyte of the green one for just mainly for storage, and I'm like, I already filled up one of my terabyte drives and I'm starting to fill up the other one. I'm like, I need another drive.
You want to hear all the stores that I own?
How much do you
So
have?
I have my second computer that I use for capturing. I have 2 1 terabyte blacks in there that are my old ones from my main computer, and then I also have an 80 gigabyte solid state drive for boot. And then in my main computer, I have a 128 gigabyte solid state for boot, a 256 gigabyte NVMe solid state that I will eventually get around to switching boot over to, a 1 terabyte solid state for my games. Wait,
you have a 1 terabyte
Yes.
solid SSD? How much did that cost you?
Big ass sale plus a gift card. I paid $120 for it.
You
Not
lucky
bad.
bastard. You lucky bastard.
And
Yeah.
this is the part where I tune out.
A 3 terabyte WD black.
This is where we insert PC dominance.
Yes, and then 4
So,
terabyte
guys,
WD blue.
It's like I can chime in about how cool my Xbox One is.
No one cares about your Xbox One.
I mean, Xbox One's cool and all.
Well,
I mean, they're disabling Xbox Snap so they can get a little more performance out of it.
Xbox will snap? What?
And it's where you could like snap a thing to be like a
Basically,
quarter of the
it's
screen over on
picture
the
in
side.
picture.
Yeah.
Oh, that. I
That
never
useless feature.
used it. I never used it at all. It
I
was
never
just the
even
stupidest
figured out
thing.
how to use it.
I did. I was just like, this is the stupidest shit.
The only time I ever used it was on accident.
hate when that happens.
Yeah, it was just like, it was one of those things where like you had gameplay on one part of your screen and then you had your friends list on the other, and you're just like, oh hey, they're online. I don't
Look at
wanna
all
talk
the
to
them. I'm not playing with.
Exactly. Or like if you wanted for some stupid ass reason to have your game on one part of your screen and live action TV on the other, and you're just like, you have to really have ADHD to be like paying attention to two things at once. That's ridiculous.
It's for people with a lazy eye.
Oh god.
Wow.
But speaking of PC hardware still, this week I've been progressively more and more excited about Ryzen. Just all the leaks coming out, and just like, oh, I really just want the official ones come out so I can decide whether I'm going to upgrade. Because, some of those leaks are real tempting. It looks like they have, where is that? Yes. A few different levels. The R7 1700 is going to be their lower end 8-core 16-thread processor for probably about $320.
Not bad.
That's actually not that bad at all.
Is the same price as the i7 7700.
Yeah, that I would just jump on that immediately.
I'd buy
double the cores, double the threads.
Double the action.
Each individual core will probably be slower, but you'll have to figure out, it's going to be a balancing act in figuring out benchmarks. The more attractive one might be the $250 R5 1600X, which is 6 cores, 12 threads, but higher clock speed.
I thought I mentioned they weren't doing a 6-core.
Yeah, and you were completely wrong.
Well, apparently I was, because I was just going off of what I kept reading on different news articles, but apparently more leaks are coming out where there's a 6-core coming out.
It's just you're reading people being stupid. It has a 4-core base, which means the lowest building block of the CPU is 4 cores. So they have a 4-core version and an 8-core version. Gotcha. And the way they'll do that is they make the 4-core chips. They make the 8-core chips. The 8-core chips, there's a core that's damaged. They cut off 2 of the cores and they have a 6-core.
Which is how the 6 cores originally came out in the first place.
Yep.
Which when we bought, which was funny story really quick, when we rebuilt one of our machines here at the house, we paid for a 4-core, and Fry's, being idiot employees they were at the time, gave us a 6-core by accident, and it's just like
at the time,
they gave us a 6-core AMD processor.
Also, a fun thing with AMD processors, little fun tidbit fact, is that they used to, a couple generations ago, they software disabled the cores instead of hardware disabling them. So with some like little trickery stuff, you could re-enable the cores.
Interesting.
So you could turn your lower core one into a higher core one.
Did not know that. But now it's just more or less like if they see it's damaged, they're like 6-core package.
Well, they disable them on the hardware. They make it so that it reroutes it and makes it so it will not work on 8 cores. It is a 6-core processor now.
Yeah,
works for me.
Which people, honestly, like people may end up buying just when they look at costs, like, 4-core at this cost, but 6-core for just a tiny bit more. I'll go with the 6-core. I'm not gonna pay the 8-core price.
But yeah,
I'll go for a 6.
It's like comparing the price. It's $240 for a 7600K, which is 4 cores, 4 threads. No multi-threading, and then estimated approximately $247 for a 6-core 12-thread processor. That's
it sounds much better.
Yeah.
For gaming, you probably won't notice any difference.
It's like buying a puppy without an ear.
But for content creation, for if you're like recording your gameplay, or if you're using like Premiere and rendering stuff, it'll go so much faster. Oh my god.
Oh, so for like intensive processing for when you're trying to render stuff, yeah.
Stuff that can be multi-threaded a lot, like exporting something in Premiere or stuff like that, or recording your gameplay or streaming your gameplay, where you've got some cores that are doing the streaming and some cores playing the game. That'll make it go so much faster.
Actually, wait, so Intel hasn't been doing multi-threading for a long time?
Well, they have the i7
Oh, okay.
That's the thing
Yeah,
with the
i7
i7s. The
is
i7s have
multi-threaded.
hyper-threading, and the i5 does not.
Right, yeah, because I remember when I had an Intel Pentium 4 processor. Dear God, that's
Going
dating
back.
super far.
Pentiums.
It was a hyper-threading processor. It was a hyper-threading processor. I do remember that.
Yeah, that was the first Intel hyper-threading.
Can I get that in English, please? I'm
More
so
threads
lost right
make
now.
computer better.
Do you want the actual explain like I'm 5 explanation?
Just give him a dumbed down. Like,
Tell me, is it
gonna?
gonna run underdeveloped games?
It will run the underdeveloped games a lot better.
There we go.
For Honor is gonna look beautiful.
Yes.
And For Honor looks beautiful anyways, but you'll actually be able to swim.
It enables swimming. Yes, that's reserved for 6 floors and above. Swimming.
How do we make it game of the year? Add swimming. Water puzzles.
Just a couple of hours ago, there was actually a leak on an Australian site for some of the new AM4 boards. The prices look upsetting until you remember that it's Australia.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Their dollar value is, I believe, about 1.5 higher than ours. Technically,
and there's the Australia tax and just all the ridiculous shit. But yeah, the X370, which is their like high end, what you would expect from an Intel like around $150 board, is $245.
Yeah.
But when you convert that into American dollars, it's about 150. So the boards look to be about the same price as you would expect.
Hence why I said it's about a 1.5-ish difference in their currency values.
So it looks like and also has an ETA of February 24th, which is coming up
12 days from now. Lovely. When are they announcing the full, like, all the disclosure for the Ryzen again? The end of this month?
I don't remember. I think it's the end of the month.
I think it's supposed to be it's the end of the month through the 1st of March or something, and they're supposed to be releasing it in March.
Yeah. Oh, really quickly, just as a random tidbit, I forgot to put this as a topic, but there have been leaks and partial announcements in phone technology recently for the new Nokia Android phone coming out. Which
I saw those leaks. Those look so fake. Like,
I know,
it's so stupid. It's like someone took a list of what sounds impressive. Let's just say all this stuff.
I know, but if
can run Flappy Bird 1080p.
No, Flappy Bird with water levels.
Oh God, we'll find out. Like, I think it's at the end of the month when the trade conference for cell phones comes on, and they'll make their announcements then. Because we also don't know specs for the BlackBerry Mercury. They showed off at CES, which looked really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Nokia, I think they call it I think the project title is called P1, but who knows what it actually is going to be called.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's more or less like if those specs are actually fairly accurate, I am torn between, going with the BlackBerry phone or going with the Nokia again, because it's like I had a Nokia which ran Windows, which is great for a phablet.
Windows.
It was a great phablet phone because it was a 6-inch phone, and then I broke it. Then I switched over to the BlackBerry Priv, which love the phone, love having a physical keyboard again. But then when I saw, the new BlackBerry that they're coming out with and like these leaks for the P1, I'm just like, you're really trying to just tear my allegiances apart between, my love for Nokia and now my new love for BlackBerry devices.
I'm perfectly happy with my iPhone.
And that's your prerogative. For me, I don't want to be stuck in those, in that little war between Apple iPhone users and Samsung users, because I'm sorry.
Care about the war, honestly. I'm just like, whatever. I like my phone because it's more comfortable for me.
And that's your prerogative.
I have the stupid person's smartphone, which is basically the iPhone.
Well, there goes our entire fan base, seeing as how we're in Silicon Valley.
I'm sorry. I brought the podcast down.
Oh, and there was another... I'll bring it up next time, because there was something I actually realized after thinking about it for a while between cost effectiveness on laptops, but I'd rather wait for Kevin to be on for this
we'll debate laptops with Kevin.
Yeah, because I don't know what... I'm sorry.
But before we end, one quick little price-saving tip for all you that are thinking of upgrading to Ryzen. Buy RAM now.
God damn it.
Because it's going to go up in price when everyone is upgrading to DDR4 RAM because they're buying Ryzen. So go ahead and buy yourself. You know which RAM I'm going to
buy, too. You know I'm going to buy that RGB RAM from Corsair.
Don't do that.
I want it. It looks so pretty. It looks really pretty.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? I'm going to buy it, too.
Yeah, buy your RAM now because it's gonna go up in price when everyone starts buying DDR4
So
RAM.
if RAM is going up, when are goats going up in price?
Jesus.
I got the joke.
Oh my god.
Shocking.
And also, if you were thinking of buying an NVMe drive, buy that now because
Golden
it'll also
Gate
go up
goating.
in price. But, yeah.
NVMe. Wait, what?
NVMe drive.
Is that the thing where you plug in like those like card SSD ones? Or
Yeah,
what are those?
It's either PCIe or M.2. It's the really fast one that I have. That's 1500 megabyte read speeds, I think.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, those are going to go up in price as everyone is upgrading to them from their old AMD boards that support none of that shit.
Yeah, because there are now AM4 socket sets.
Yeah.
Versus the AM3 Plus, which is the current market.
Which does not support M.2, does not support DDR4, does not support any of that stuff. So all these people
this is all
upgrading to
moon
Ryzen.
speak.
Yeah.
You're speaking moon speak right now.
Again, you're the console plebe. That's why we have at least one on.
to ridicule them.
No,
I mean, if that's what you want to call it, sure.
I'm pretty sure that's a fair definition of what's going on.
No, we don't ridicule you. I mean, some of us play console too.
May I need to point out the first 10 minutes of the podcast?
Well, you started it.
Yeah, you did start it because you kept bringing it up before we stared recording.
Guys, I hope it's not a problem that I play consoles. I just want you guys to know that.
But you're building a PC, so that's different.
Yeah, no, I'm building a PC currently as we speak. It's great,
Exactly.
and I am getting RGB DDR4 RAM. It's gonna be great.
Get the Corsair stuff.
It's gonna be Corsair. It's gonna be Corsair.
Yeah.
Trust me.
The Corsair
You
stuff
guys-
is the good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what I'm about to say because I don't want more jokes.
Oh, now you have to say it because you
You have
brought
to
it
say
up.
it. You have to say
I
it.
was gonna say, you guys don't want to know what my definition of PC gaming is because
Oh, now we need to know.
I play games on PC sometimes, right?
Farmville.
Uh-huh.
I play with a gamepad.
And there's some games that you have to play it with a gamepad.
That's
No, I do that
fine.
I do that with every game.
He plays
Okay.
Overwatch on PC with the gamepad.
Right,
Exactly.
I forgot he mentioned that.
I do.
I forgot.
You know what?
Wait.
At least he plays on PC.
Sometimes. When my
Yeah.
computer wants to cooperate.
Sounds like somebody needs to, begin upgrading.
Well, hey, if you wanna pay for the upgrades, be my
We
guest.
didn't say we wanted to pay for anything.
Listen,
I'll
I
have a
feel like
computer you can buy.
I feel like I'm owed some compensation for all the mental damage you're causing me.
What mental damage? You started ragging on For Honor, and we were telling you your comparisons are horribly wrong. But I mean, yeah. Anyway,
I'm a victim, okay?
So is
now that
everybody.
we've hit the hour 20-minute mark.
Hey, come on the podcast, Michael.
Let's wrap
you
it
know.
up.
all right. Well, I think we're good here.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you guys want to like and subscribe, greatly appreciated. We
Rate
can
5 stars.
Yeah, rate 5 stars. If we do get 5-star ratings, we'll rip on Michael again.
If you want to hear more from us, then comment. If you don't want to hear from us ever again, then like the video.
And subscribe.
What are your thoughts on For Honor? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on
Let
For
us
Honor?
know in the comments section. And if if this video gets 1 million views, Dawson will post nudes.
Oh God, no!
I haven't. Where's the signature for that?
All right, see ya.
See ya.
See you guys.
Thanks for watching.
For Honor sucks.